Hi, everybody. Okay, today we're going to talk about a question that I get a lot of. And that question is, where does one begin? Basically, where does one start when they're starting to walk a spiritual path, work with demons, learn black magic? Where do we begin? Well, I'll tell you where we begin. Every single spiritual path begins the exact same way, and that is reading. Lots and lots of reading. They say that in any spiritual path, when you start, you have to commit a good solid few years to reading and learning and building a foundation of knowledge so that you know how to walk and work your path. This is especially true of the darker paths. Working with demons, working with black magic, it's not a joke and it's not something to take lightly. It's life-changing, it's powerful, and it can be incredibly dangerous. And you really want to make sure that you have a solid foundation when you are starting out. So, how does one know what to read? Well, a lot of people ask me for book referrals, and some of my favorite, which a lot of people know, are the books by William Walker Atkinson, The Art and Science of Personal Magnetism, The Power of Concentration, Mind Power. These books are all amazing places to start, as they're very open. They focus on the self, on the power of the mind, and this will really help you to build a solid spiritual foundation and to help you kind of figure out who you are, your place in this, what your abilities are, what your strengths are. I really personally believe that on any spiritual path, you have to invest in the self. That means self-mastery, building your spiritual foundation, building your strengths, stepping into your power, and really figuring out who you are. I mean, really, in the end, that's what a spiritual path is. It's about empowering the self, learning about yourself, learning how you as a being exist in this universe, how you walk in this universe, how you function in this universe, how you can take control of the energies in this universe, how you can take control of your life. I mean, building a spiritual foundation and really investing in yourself is so important. It's so important. Now, for those of you who don't know, a spiritual foundation is basically your spiritual tools that you bring when you start walking a spiritual path. This is focusing. Focusing is huge. Being able to focus your mind, focus your thoughts, focus your attention. Shielding. Shielding is paramount. You have to be able to defend yourself because spirituality is not all light and fluffy. There are really dark beings out there that can hurt you, and it's always good to have shields around you and to know how to protect yourself if you ever encounter any of these beings. Grounding. Any magical working can take you and propel you out of this world into the spiritual world. After you perform any magical working, it's always important to be able to ground, bring yourself back to reality, bring yourself back to this plane of existence, and to let any excess energy from the ritual leave your body. It's good just to refresh yourself, to cleanse yourself, to come down after a ritual. Grounding is so important, and I am going to be doing videos talking more about each individual aspect of the spiritual foundation. Cleansing is another important one. Being able to cleanse your body, your energy, and your aura. When you do any spiritual work, you're going to pick up energies from other people, from other places. As you become more sensitive, you're going to pick up energies, like negative energies from people just passing the street. So it's very important to be able to cleanse those energies, to be able to move them out of your body, and to be able to basically refresh yourself. Yeah, cleansing is so important. And a lot of the problems people have with false darkness, with sludge darkness, with all the darknesses that tend to cling to our bodies, can be fixed with cleansing. Warding. Being able to protect your house is very important, that when you do any sort of spiritual practice, that you define your space. Your house is your domain. No spirit, no entity should just be wandering in and out of it without your permission. So warding your house basically defines your space and then sets you as the master for who goes in and out of your space. So warding is incredibly important. There is also mental mastery. Mental mastery is basically where you have control of your thoughts, you have control of your emotions, and you have control of yourself. When you train in mental mastery, you basically train yourself so that you are in control of your thoughts at all time. This allows you to direct your energy around you, direct your vibrations, and to help you manifest what you want, attain the life you want, attain the goals you want, basically anything. Being able to control yourself and your mind and your emotions is so important, because when you're doing any magical working, you want to make sure that your thoughts are focused and centered. You want to make sure that your thoughts don't drift off onto what you had for breakfast or what you need to do this afternoon. No, if you're working with this demon, you're working with this spell, you need to be focused and you need to be clear on what you are doing. So mental mastery, when we practice mental mastery, we build these tools, we build these foundations so that we can direct our energy and conduct ourselves during these spells in a way that brings the best results. I mean, nothing is worse than being distracted during a spell. It completely nullifies the entire process of the spell and can actually make your spell completely useless. So yes, learning your spiritual foundation is very, very important. And back to books, basically read everything and anything you can get your mind on. Esoteric Mind Power is another good one. Introduction to Hermetics, those are very good ones. The Keys of Solomon, the Goetia, all these books are good to read. They're a good foundation to just build upon. There's so many magic books out there. I could even do another video just on book recommendations alone, which I probably will. But yeah, basically when you're starting out, you want to read everything that you can and get a sense of who you are, get a sense of what resonates with you, what works with you, what speaks to you. I mean, there's so many different spiritual paths out there, and not all of them are going to resonate with you. Some of them you're going to read and be like, no, this doesn't work with me at all. And some of them you're going to read and you're going to be like, yes, this is me. Take those elements, take what you learn, and go with it, explore it, read about it. I mean, when you're reading about things, you really want to go deep into the topic. You really want to learn as much as you can about the topic and really get a sense of who you are and what resonates with you. So that is my advice for those starting out on a spiritual path. You want to read everything and anything you can get your hands on. And don't feel like you have to believe or align with everything you read. If you read something and it doesn't work for you, accept it. Keep looking, keep finding what resonates with you. The goal of spirituality is to find the path that resonates with your heart, the path that will lead you back home. That is the goal. Spirituality should be empowering. It should inspire you. It should awaken you. It should invigorate you. It's an amazing journey of the self. And if it doesn't do that, it's probably not right for you. You shouldn't feel fear. You shouldn't feel like you have to do something. You shouldn't feel forced to do something. You should really feel like you're alive and empowered when you're embracing your spirituality. So I'm going to leave that there because I've rambled for 8 minutes now. And thank you everybody for watching this video. I love doing them and I look forward to the next one. Bye!